For several years, I was living in fear. Fear from thunderstorms up to being rejected. I didn't like how I looked. I was afraid that people wouldn't accept me, and that if I stood up in my faith, that people wouldn't like what I was doing, then they may make fun of me and stuff like that. But it was just to the point where I couldn't take it anymore, that the fear just took over my life so much that I'd go home crying myself to sleep without anyone knowing. I wouldn't tell my mom, I wouldn't tell my family, but they knew that something was going on, and I didn't even really know until at the summer camp, the exchange summer camp. It was the first summer camp we've ever had, but it was at the worship time where I was just at the altar, and Pastor comes up and started praying for me and told me that he's been seeing that fear in me, and it clicked right at that moment. And I knew that that's what I've been going through, that all that time of crying and desperation, all those burdens on me just fell off in an instant. And the presence was overfilling. I was in awe of him. Just knowing that that fear was gone gave me a confidence, gave me a boldness that I've never had before. And from that time forward, I've been praying over people. I've felt so good. It's been the best time of my life. I've been so filled with joy, and I haven't had trouble with fear ever since. But it was at Warrior Fest when I really experienced the glory of God. When I was at the altar and I'm just praying, and I was waiting to be baptized with the Holy Spirit. And if you don't know what that is, that's speaking in tongues and being God taking over you, the Holy Spirit coming into your being. And I was praying, and all of a sudden something just comes over me, like the atmosphere changes. I fall to my knees, I'm praying, I'm crying, I'm speaking in tongues, but time stops. Time stops, I can't see what's beside me, I'm not paying attention what's beside me, and I'm praying, and an hour goes by, and I didn't know, and it felt like 5 minutes. God just took everything that I was praying for and just made it real, and I felt so fulfilled, and all the hunger just was being fulfilled, and something that I just can't explain. There's not enough words to explain the glory, and just knowing that the glory came upon me, it makes me so grateful. And I want everybody to feel the glory that I felt. I want everyone to feel that when they pray and when they go onto their knees and not care what people around you think, and when you're just vulnerable and let God take over your life and just invite him, that he will come upon you. And when you commit, he will come into your life and he will fill it with joy. And I've been praying for this generation to rise, because I want everybody to feel that with all of my heart. I want my friends to be saved. I want my friends to know that there's something more to life. And it gets me emotional sometimes because I want it so bad. And the desire inside of me won't stop. It's like a fire burning, just a spark, that tiny little spark, and it just transformed me. The glory transformed me, and I can't go back. It has marked me, and I'm doing everything I can, and I'm trusting God. I'm trusting, and I've been praying, and I know that the youth will rise up, and it's God's timing. And I do not doubt, and I do not want anyone else to doubt, because it's God's timing, and he will come when the time is here. And he will come into people's life when the youth just ask him. And you can be brave by standing up in front of people. You can be brave with sharing your testimony. But the real step of bravery is taking that step into having an actual, personal, intimate relationship with God. That is so brave, because that means you are leaving everything beside you. You're leaving all your trials, all your struggles, all your burdens, everything behind you. And you're just taking that step and really trusting God and really having a covenant relationship with him.